Hello students, let us try to solve some complex network which are really very difficult. When we observe these circuits, we don't get ourselves in a position to identify which one are in series and which one are parallel. So we need some special operation to solve this type of problems. One of them is perpendicular axis of symmetry. How will you get the perpendicular axis of symmetry? Let us try to understand this one, and how will uh, we apply this one in getting the solution of this circuit. Okay, let us start this one. If we consider current is entering at the point M and leaving at the point M, then current is flowing along the line M. Therefore, this is the direction of current flow. Direction of the current flow. Now draw a perpendicular to the direction of the flowing of the current. This one, this is the perpendicular. And this perpendicular is drawn in such a way that it is bisecting the total network. So we can say it is a perpendicular bisector, and this perpendicular bisector is termed as the perpendicular axis of symmetry. As we have already described and discussed in our previous videos, that points lying on the perpendicular axis of symmetry have the same same potential. Now if we consider this is point A and this is point O and this is point B, then potential of point A must be equal to the potential of point B must be equal to the potential of O. We can conclude that VA minus VO equals 0, VV minus VO equals 0, and VA minus VB equals 0. Now this implies that I is 0, I is 0, I is 0, because V equals IR. Therefore I equals V upon R. Since potential difference is 0, in that situation current I must be 0. This assumption plays very important role in getting the solution of the equivalent resistance in case of the complex network when we are using the perpendicular axis of symmetry. So this point should be always taken into mind. Now next point is, this is the most important point first. Second is, if we place a mirror on perpendicular axis of symmetry, in that situation what happens? This is our resistance, this is also resistance R, this is R resistance, this is also resistance R, this is R, and this is also R. We are observing that this is playing as a image of this one, means this is a image of this one, this part is also image of this one, this part is also image of this one, means right hand side is just mirror image of left hand side. Right hand side is the mirror image of the left hand side. When we consider this assumption, in that situation, if we suppose current I is entering at the point I and it is being divided into three parts, I1, I2, I3. Now current I1 is here, therefore its image will be also I1. So its image is here I1. If we consider current I2 is flowing here, then its image I2 will be here I2. Similarly, if I3 current is flowing in this branch, then image of I3 will be here I3. I1 current is going in this way, means I1 is flowing through this resistance, then in its image current I1 also will be flowing. So we can infer most important information that about this current approaches I1 here at the point A and it is not being divided, it goes forward through this resistance and approach here. So current I1 is not getting divided, total current I1 is going through this path, I1 is not being divided at the point A. Similarly, I2 current is flowing in this resistance and I2 has its image here, therefore I2 is also flowing in this part and goes forward to this part, therefore I2 is not being divided at the point O. Without any division, it goes forward ahead. Now in this case I3 is flowing here, I3 approaches here. Now if current I3 is here, then its image must be here I3. Therefore I1 is flowing in this resistance, I3 will be flowing here. Therefore here we can say also current I3 at the point B is not getting divided, it goes forward in this resistance. So here we are observing I1 is flowing here, I1 is flowing here, I2 is flowing here, I2 is flowing here, I3 is flowing here, I3 is flowing here. I1 is not getting divided at the point A, I2 is not being divided at the point O, I3 is not getting divided at the point B. Therefore, between point A and O, the resistance which is connected having no current, means no current flows through this resistance. Similarly, no current flows through this resistance. Therefore, we conclude that current does not flow through the two resistances connected between points A and O and point O and B. Therefore, we remove these two resistances from here. We find this circuit to be converted in the form this one. Now if we remove these two resistances, then it will be converted here. These two resistances are connected in series. Similarly, these two are connected in series. Similarly, also these two are connected in series. Therefore, we can rewrite here point M, point M, this is 2r, this is 2r, and this is also 2r. Therefore, resultant between the points M and N will be 1 upon equivalent resistance between the points M and N is 1 by 2r plus 1 by 2r plus 1 by 2r, because these three resistances are in parallel combination. Therefore, resultant will be somewhat like this one, and it is coming to be 3 upon 2r, implies that equivalent resistance between the points M and N is 2r upon 3. This is the resultant. Let us consider another question, this one. Now, draw a perpendicular axis of symmetry, this one. Suppose this to be point A, this to be point O, and this to be point E. And current I is entering, leaving also current I at the point M. Current I1, current I2, current I3. If we place here a mirror, then this R is the mirror image of this one, this is mirror image of this one, and similarly this is the mirror image of this one, this is also the mirror image of this one. Current I1 is flowing through this one, image of I1 will also be here I1, image of I2 will here be I2, image of I3 will also be here I3. Here I1 is coming at this point, and without getting divided, it is going ahead. Similarly, I2 is also approaching at the point O, it is not getting divided, goes ahead. Similarly, I3 without any division goes ahead. It means current is not getting divided at the point A, O, and B. Now, as we know, the potential at the point A, potential at the point B, potential at the point O will be the same. Therefore, potential between O and B will be 0. Potential at the A, VA minus potential at the point BO equals 0, implies that flowing current I equals delta B upon R, that is 0. I potential difference upon resistance, that is 0. Current is not flowing through these two resistances, therefore we remove these two resistances. So this circuit will be converted in the form like this one. These two questions means the question what we have already discussed, that is similar to this question. So this is the point M. R, 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 R. Here, these two resistances are removed because current does not flow these two resistances. Therefore, it is converted into somewhat like this one, 2R, 2R, this is 2R, this is point M, this is point M, the resultant will be When we draw perpendicular axis of symmetry, then potential of this one, potential of this one, potential of this one become the shape. Therefore, being the potential to be same here, no current flows between these two resistances. Therefore, we remove these two resistances. When we remove these two resistances, then it is converted in this form, because these two resistances are connected in series. Therefore, R plus R will be 2R, this R will be 2R, and this RR will be 2R. Now these three resistances are connected in parallel. Therefore, the resultant of these three resistances will be in this form, and the final resistance between these 2 points M and N will be twice of R upon 3. Okay, thanks for watching the video.